Hello, and welcome to this week's episode of Alignmentship, where a bunch of us friends play Dungeons and Dragons, and generally, it's my goal to make everyone cry at least once a week. And last week, they made me cry. I had the tears; they were streaming down the face. Um,
Aw,
thanks,
I didn't know you were
thanks, Glaive.
crying.
I blame AJ for that, or not? Yeah, AJ for that.
What?
What?
What did I do?
Yes.
You were all cute in the forge and stuff. So, you and Sapala and relationships and anyway. So
I'm
picking
always cute.
This is true.
Yeah.
Just kidding.
up, are you a small annoying insect? Was you a fly?
Nah,
I'm
please.
so glad that is on the stream.
I love
So-
you, Cal.
Picking up where we left off, the party has been granted the position of ambassadorship to Singorn as represent Elena and Vale, specifically with the of ambassadors of half-elven representation to the Council of Singorn. This position allowing controversy to spread through Singorn. And with this controversy, upon its back shall spread the message Vox Machina is attempting to get to the general population, the dangers of the chain
Yeah,
of
Vox
Livian.
Machina.
Did I say Vox Machina?
Yeah.
Vera Anoran.
Thank
Sorry.
We are Vox Machina now.
you.
Um,
I have Fenthras.
That's not. No. That's not how
Anyway.
that works.
Cabal's ruin.
Anyway.
I call it.
Okay. All right, children. Cal, rein in your children.
Kids, be quiet.
No.
Yes, Dad.
I
Um,
only listened to Mom
anyway,
Paula
so,
and Dad Paula.
After having been granted this position, they are now tasked with finding ways of spreading the information and have also been summoned to a council meeting later this evening. Their first, where they shall be introduced to the populace in their newfound positions. So, Sapala has also been granted by her patron, by her childhood deity thing
My
known as
stalker.
stalker kind of thing,
Spark
unhealthy parental relationship, missing father figure. We're not really sure what he is, otherwise known as Artagan, or
Is he my
to other
father?
members of the party who figured out who he was. Oh wait, no, they don't know that. Never mind.
That's a
um,
meta thing.
That's a meta thing. So, Artagan granted
What?
upon Sapala his home in Singorn, now simply known as the Grove, a massive four-floored mansion complete with underground swamp monster, training dojo, shadow rooms, two kitchens, a music room, living room, ballroom, forge, library, bathhouse, complete with
lot of
two
room.
scantily clad mermaids.
I thought it was 3.
It was two. No, the third person in the bath was
okay, never mind.
Artagan.
Oh. Okay.
Each floor having rooms for the members of the party, an archery range in the back, a wizard's hut, a hedge maze, all the works. The party now, I believe, everyone but Elena was back at the mansion now, if I'm not mistaken. I'm thinking, yes, okay. So at this point, Elena has gone off to back to the memory ward in order to meet at the Anara household. So for the rest of the party, let's start with George. What are you doing
Oh, jeez.
besides petting a kitty?
Jeez. How long has this been? Since
Since
returning?
last session? 1 week.
I left you in your dojo.
Oh, that's right. You left him in the dojo. So
Her.
her in the dojo.
Is that the last thing I found?
Try to remember. Put to the dojo. Monkey in their dojo. It hasn't been that long. This is right where we left off. Because you had no longer been a monkey. You're one of the last people to be shown through the room. So it's probably been 20 minutes.
Okay, then for the time being, I'm going to go acquire those new clothes that we talked about.
Where would you like to do that?
Do I have a magical closet that can do that for me?
Not yet. But I know someone with a spell.
Oh shit, that's not even what I meant. But yeah. Wow, if only I had such a spell. Oh boy, I don't remember if the market had a special name or not. I feel like it did, but I don't remember what it was.
Me neither. Hold on.
But that place. I heard a meow.
It was actually me. No, I'm just kidding.
Pretty sure
Oh, I was gonna
Kalthor
say, that was a very good meow.
Sure, Calthor's cat.
Anyway, to the market district. You go. Are you bringing anyone with you?
Is anyone going with me?
Oh, I remember where we left off now. Okay.
Glaive
I don't wanna
will
leave the
go
house now.
with you.
Okay.
No, I thought Glaive was already in the market with.
Mm.
Yep, Glaive is already in the market with Sapala. That's
with
No,
Laura.
I'm
No,
not
in the
there.
market with Eudorus.
that's right.
I
Market
thought
with
we
Eldora.
got back. I apologize. All right.
It's alright, I might accidentally meet you there.
And then Xavier's in his magic place.
The Tarn Ward.
Well, lock that garage door.
No.
Just lock him in. He'll be fine. Just pass
I
him
can.
snacks.
I gave it, and I can take it away.
Alright, yeah, I will do that.
He's working on magic stuff.
So you're going to Xavier, you said?
No, I was joking about locking him in there.
Oh.
I am heading to the market
All right.
in search of clothing.
Okay. So we'll pause there. Sapala, you are back at the mansion now, correct? All right. So you're now pretty much alone at the mansion. Just Mackenzie is in his wizard's shack, and Elaine, I can't remember. Were you with Glaive and Eldoras?
No, I was heading to the memory ward.
Oh, that's right. So Sapala, what are you going to do?
Well, I had a plan, but Yoldoris is not here, so I can't. I guess I will. I'm gonna go rest. I'm just gonna go sleep.
Probably a good idea. So you take yourself all the way upstairs to your new bedroom, take in the surroundings, the massive, probably too big 4-poster bed for a halfling. As you sink down into the cushions on the bed, it is cool sheets and fluffy pillows, and you almost feel yourself just fall into a cloud of soft for the first time in too long. George or Mackenzie, you're just sitting in you're copying over that spell for several hours, correct?
Yes. Telekinesis.
Yes.
It takes 10 hours.
10
Yeah.
hours. So Xavier is going to be in. There for a
I
bit.
don't have to
Okay.
do it all at once, but might as well.
Okay. All right. So you begin to make your way through to the Tarn district. The winding streets kind of leading toward over the channels that flow through the city of Singorn. The smells of baking bread, vendors in the streets, and a new sound that you don't recall hearing in Singorn before, almost like a festival type music being played. And as you get closer to the Tarn district, you pass a person who has a music box on the side of the street, and it's cranking a small lever on the side with a do 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 do. A person wearing red and black Harlequin outfit, long gesture hat and bells, white face with it looks almost like someone in mascara had been crying, streaks down the face. A sad clown is cranking it in a very exaggerated. He's skin and bones, overly tall and lanky, and on the front of the music box is a large sign saying, "Ah, yes, it says ah." Traveling oddities, and the name is slipping my brain suddenly, and I have to pull it back up. Sapala, you can help me if you want.
Ah,
Salvador.
Yep, because she remembers where we left off.
And the sign coming soon. And there's a crowd of people kind of gathered around looking at the sign as you pass by. You don't pay it too much heed, and as you make your way into the Tarn district, you see Oldores and Glaive also traveling oot in a boot.
Oh.
If you had wished to speak with them.
a wave at least. I mean,
Okay. But
Where are
so
my
where are
notes?
you heading looking for this outfit? Anywhere
Uh,
specific, or just looking for clothing vendors?
I don't know anywhere specific.
Roll a survival check.
Oh, survival.
Hmm.
Oh no.
Oh, you best believe I'm going after that fool.
5.
5. All right. About
Nailed it.
you walk for a couple streets, a couple blocks, realizing that you are in the meat district where fresh game is being prepared. You don't think this is where you'll find a nice outfit.
Next time.
You seem to be a little bit lost, and as you turn around, you see that Glaive is pursuing you.
Oh. Hello.
Hi, are you hungry? I mean,
not
we have
yet.
fully stocked kitchens.
Salvador's traveling oddities. That's what it was.
Thank you.
No, I'm not very familiar with the place. I'm attempting to find suitable clothing for my newly appointed role of responsibility.
So you want a fancy dress?
Preferably something actually practical.
Dress with pants.
Perhaps.
A pantsuit?
Maybe.
Oh my god. Vision. Vale dressed as Hillary Clinton.
I don't know who this is, but why are you here? Are you lost too?
I push Elena back into a different panel of the comic.
Nope.
I'm sorry, he said pantsuit. I just imagined
I don't think
Vale
you're sorry.
as Hillary Clinton. That's all I'm sorry.
Sleeveless Hillary Clinton.
Anyways,
Don't evolve any further.
well, let's go back this way and see if our wonderful guide, I gesture at Oldoris and give him a very deep bow, can lead you to a proper establishment. After all, and I jingle my bag full of stuff, I have something to make for you.
Me.
Yeah, by the way, I need measurements whenever we have time.
Alright.
Master Eldoris, if you would please lead us to a clothing store?
Uldoris is seemingly non-responsive.
Why did Horace know his way around?
He has been completely sidetracked, I think is the word I'm looking for, by this traveling
Oh, okay.
act or whatever that's going by.
Carnies. Uldoris.
Yes.
Something on your mind?
What do you think that's about? That
Traveling entertainment?
I don't know why it caught my.
Bright colors, dancing people, a lot of energy. Kind of the idea, I think.
All things that don't pertain to me.
Fair enough.
What were you looking?
Clothing, a tailor, something I can be in and out quick.
Well, Doris isn't overly familiar with the city.
That'll make
guess
two of us then.
What am I making, like a survival check? or-
Yes, please. One survival check.
Can I assist to give advantage?
I'll allow it.
Cool. So I'm sure not gonna make the roll.
It didn't make a difference. It was the same
Hey.
roll twice. Survival of 13.
Okay. So the three of you wander the streets of Signorn for a little while. It's not hard to make your way around. Those of you that are fluent in Elvish are able to kind of follow signs. And you begin to pass more and more of these carnies. There's not a ton. Just here and there, dotted on every street corner, you see the odd knife juggler, fire spitter, contortionist, all standing upon platforms of red and black with Salvador's traveling circus, or I'm sorry, traveling oddities on the box, coming soon. As you get further and further toward where the signs point to the fabric district, you eventually come to a large three-story building. Looks to be this entire district is, if anyone has ever seen New York City's fabric district, I see hands from Elena. It is just rows and rows and rows of stalls where there are just bolts of fresh silks and linens and cottons just strewn across the entire alleyway. But being elven in the city, it's almost a gorgeous crisscrossing pattern braided over the top of the entire street like a canopy. Um, Through peaks, you can see the sun glistening through, and even the Emerald Citadel in the distance. It's quite a magical area, with just about every outfit known to Exandria here of every style. Um, what are we looking for?
Something similar to what I've already got, but like less beaten up and with the sleeves pre-removed.
Now, you specifically, Vale, since we're looking for an outfit for you, I want one more survival or investigation check.
Shit, that's worse.
I will help. I'm sure we
Dolores
can
can assist
find.
with advantage.
I'm sure we can find something together.
I really
I
hope so.
thought that as a Cobalt Soul, you could do key points for investigation.
See, that's in an old version of it, and it wasn't addressed in the new version, so I don't know if it's still there, or just forgot about it, or what.
Has anything been replaced?
No.
Then I.
Or wait,
This is
what do
my
you mean?
opinion. Or has something been switched out for that level where you would get that?
Sort of. The level 6 and level 11 ability got swapped, and one of them just got reworked completely.
Okay, so
there's
it
nothing
sounds
in the
like it
change
did
notes.
get replaced.
So,
Okay.
yeah, that was a nice. I remember that ability. It was a nice one. Okay, and 13.
13. All right. So as you walk around through the stalls, you pass some very Marquesian-looking outfits, not quite your style.
Not yet.
Pass by, see some furs and other very thick Romani kind of style outfits. A little too warm for this climate. Eventually, you make your way through, and you find a kind of a tent that's been set up. There's just a number of poles that have been stuck in the ground, and the bolts of fabric have been wrapped around it, almost like a skid. As you part them and enter inside, you see what appear to be martial arts style kimonos, keys, um, outfits that are designed for fluidity of movement, but also are ornately intricate. There is most of them have pants, if that is what you were looking for. But there are a couple of skirts as well. Every color of the rainbow here, though, with silks, linens, cotton outfits, whatever you'd be looking for, but almost an Eastern style clothing with sleeves.
I can make this work.
As
I
you
will-
come in, a tall figure in the corner, what at first just looked like a mound of fabric, turns around, and there is a highly obese elephant looking person turns around. And there's glistening jewelry hanging from her tusks that comes down in almost like a net across her face, connecting to bracelets on her wrists. One large monocle covers an entire eye as she is sewing something on there with almost a needle that's comically too small for her massive mitts of hands. As you come in, oh, come in, come in. Wow, hello there. Come in. What are you looking for?
I saw the clothing you had over here. Do you have something in that color, but in my size?
That color, your size? I definitely have something like that. She puts down what she's working on, moves over, begins to kind of lumber over, and as she moves, it's just a and the whole ground almost shakes as she takes steps. She reaches under a couple bolts and pulls out the fabric, gives it a little wave in the light. Some kind of dust particles, almost sand, kind of falls off as she shakes it. You see the outfit. I assume blue, cobalt,
Yeah. Blue and gold.
blue and gold. There it is. It is mostly mostly blue, but there is a embroidered silk dragon that is that goes up one of the pant legs, kind of wraps around the midsection and then up the back.
Literally got the art done 2 days ago.
Oh wait, does it not look like that?
Potentially get it modified, but yes, I like this. This is good.
Okay, no gold dragon, no gold embroidered dragon, but
Well,
whatever your art looks like is what it looks.
okay.
Is it the artwork that I can see there in the corner? That one? Okay, then yes.
I finally got it so I can swap them out as needed.
Oh yeah, there you go.
Put
So,
them on like magnets or something.
how much is your budget?
How much does it cost?
How much is your budget? She lowers the monocle, kind of looking at you. The gold jingling jewelry kind of flattening against her chest as she looks down at you.
I'll give you 50 gold for it.
50 gold would barely pay for the thread.
I
That was used for the embroidery.
that's why there's no dragon embroidery. Because I'm too cheap for it.
What if could perhaps we strike a more reasonable bargain for use of the outfit for a special occasion?
She turns towards you. Tiefling, I have some outfits here for your kind if you are interested. Special hoods designed just to go over the top.
Getting flashbacks to work today.
I'm fine, thank you.
Looking to rent an outfit could be ordained.
I
I'd
mean,
rather just
well,
know the
it's your
price.
call to make. Just an idea.
I'd rather just know the price.
The price is 500 gold.
500?
500.
To be fair, Vale, I kind of feel like we've spent more money on dumber things.
You're probably right.
There's no
Alright.
feeling about it. We absolutely have.
Yeah. Alright. Here you go.
You hand over the gold. She kind of weighs it in her hand a little bit. Thank you for shopping at Imani's. It was a pleasure.
Mm-hmm.
Turns around, goes back to the sewing thing, takes the outfit, lays it flat on a brown piece of paper, wraps the whole thing up, ties it with a silk ribbon, and hands it over to you. May it serve you well.
Thank you. The second we're outside, I can't believe I spent that much money.
Vale, I spent almost 2,000 gold pieces.
On what?
Well, let's
You?
get back to the house and you'll find out.
Of your money, right? Or was it
Probably.
party funds?
Let's get back to the house and I'll tell you the story. Because I don't like discussing finances out in the middle of the street as I
Fair.
gesture towards the passing people.
Which
Fair
reminds me, hold on.
Was there anything you needed, Eldoris?
Which reminds me, as you say that, oh goodness, there's Oldores, make a perception check.
$16.
16. As you are walking and he mentions not wanting to talk about finances, you feel a slight tug on your shoulder, like something trying to grab your satchel. And as you look over to see what it might be, there is a teeny tiny imp, a small devilish looking creature with red skin, small horns coming out of its head, two bat-like wings, and it is dressed in a clown outfit with massive shoes too big for its feet, its tail poking out through almost like a hobo patchwork pair of pants, and its face painted white with a teardrop under one side. And as you look down, it has its hand in your coin purse, and it just and begins to flitter away.
It's not very subtle.
Yeah, I was gonna say, the minute that I felt something, the packed weapon was summoned and it was in its face.
Okay, are you going to make an attack of opportunity as it tries to run?
Um,
Take the shot.
I'm not going to attack it.
Mhm.
I am going to, as a reaction, try to catch it by the tail, I guess, or by
Okay.
the wings.
Yeah, sure.
Hey.
Make a dexterity check. A
Grapple of
dexterity save.
opportunity.
Yeah, sure. Make an attack of opportunity to grapple it.
Okay, an attack of opportunity to grapple it. So how would I do that?
Athletics versus athletics or acrobatics.
Okay. Athletics. That's a 16. I have no modifier. Straight.
That's okay. So as it quickly turns to run, you thrash your hand out, grab it by its tail, and with its massive clown shoes, it falls forward and falls into the ground, and there is a resounding as some form of squeaker in its outfit hits the ground. A couple of the passersby begin to chuckle as you pull the imp back toward you.
I size it up and down. Do I recognize it? Being of tiefling descent, does it look?
Yeah. As you glance at it, it is definitely a creature of the fiendish variety.
Mm.
Um, definitely seems strangely familiar in a way.
Strangely familiar in a way.
But by which I just mean your infernal heritage.
Okay. You had my brain overthinking
No.
for a minute there.
No.
I don't recognize this imp in particular. Do I?
How familiar are you with Red Skeleton?
I know who you're talking about.
He looks like Freddy Freelo for as a devilish imp.
Now that I have it captured, what is
Mhm.
its demeanor? I would like to make it.
Yep, make an insight check.
Oh, that's pretty good. That's a 20, dirty 20.
Okay. As you pull it over towards you, you lift it up in the air by its tail. It's hanging upside down, and it just goes, "Hey, put me down! Hey, put me down! Whoa, hey, buddy, oh, hey there! You're gonna want to put me down. I didn't do anything. I was just checking to see if there was anything in there. All right."
Yeah, I'm gonna bare my teeth right in its face, and
Whoa, there's no need for that. There's no need to get violent. Okay, it was a simple understanding. I thought you were my buddy Philip. Okay.
and I am going to cast fear.
Oh.
You're gonna cast what?
Fear.
Fear. All right, DC.
Du-du-du-du-du.
And what am I checking?
17. Let me get my card here, my handwritten card, because I'm too cheap to spend money on the real thing.
It would be wisdom.
Yeah, let's see here. Where does it say? Where does it say? Oh, you know what? Oh no, I'm gonna go with it because two. Wait a minute, wrong one. That's why. I'm gonna do it anyways. I don't care if other people are afraid.
Is it AOE?
Yeah, it's a 30 foot cone. And it's DC 17 wisdom check.
That's amazing.
Elves have advantage on
Not
charm.
Not fear.
That's great.
As you bare your fangs, a number of people even beyond begin to kind of shriek at your presence. The imp in your hand noticeably it begins to tremble and just oh shit, and it, it kind of puts its hands up. All right, there's no need for that.
do we need to make checks? Or wait, no, we're not. Never mind.
You're not in the cone.
I'm not in the cone. I'm in the mansion.
You're not even there.
I look to Glaive. It's weird because Glaive is shorter than me now.
You look up and then remember and look down.
Yes, I do that actually.
Oh,
Shit.
right.
You know that's flattering that you still think of me as being that big. What's up?
Not you.
Oh.
I realizing that he's still in a crowd of people, he tries to compose himself and hands the imp to Glaive.
The fingers, buddy.
I'm tired of passing no judgment. And he walks on.
All right, good. Now that
Hey,
the one
guess
that's
what?
PMSing is gone, let's talk this out like regular people.
I'm using this for an ingredient, Vale. And then I walk after Eldoris.
Hey, now what?
Wow.
I'll have mixed feelings about that later.
I'm just kidding, little guy.
This went
How
from
about
really
you
funny
tell
to,
us
did we
what-
just kidnap someone?
I'll let him go. I just want to know what you were doing that got our friends so mad at you.
I tell you what, you let me go, I'll do anything. I'll do anything you say. You put me down, I'm good.
I literally just asked you why our friend is mad at you. He's
Hey,
typically a very cool-headed person.
I don't know why he's so upset with me. All I was doing was just trying to hand out flyers, and he looked at me, got upset.
That's going to be an inside check from me, sir.
Ooh.
I'll meet your ooh with an ah.
Ah.
Natural
Ooh.
20.
Oh.
Well, that's a 16 then.
Yeah, you can't really make heads or tails. He seems pretty honest at the very least. Terrified.
You're an ugly little thing. Oh well. Hey, Vale, your turn. Pass it
What?
to Vale.
Beat it.
Beat it like scram or beat it like you punch it?
No, beat it like. And if he doesn't,
Okay, so you let go of it at some point here.
yeah, just
Immediately as you let go of it, it vanishes from sight in a puff of kind of sulfurish smelling smoke.
probably should have led with that. Are we cool? Are we good?
Eldores?
Glaive Eldoris?
Well, Doris walked off like
Oh.
5 minutes ago.
Eldores, you are missing one gold piece.
That bad.
Yeah, that's fair.
Alright, hang on, let's go find. Alright, I guess we will head back then.
All right. So you all head back to the.
Did Eldoris head in the direction of the house?
Doris has no idea where he is.
Ah,
Make a survival
That's
check.
why I said I ran after him with the imp in hand.
Oh boy.
okay, so I'm just
Make a
lost.
survival check. That's a 5.
5. No, Eldora started walking toward the complete opposite direction. Glaive, knowing which direction he went in though, and saying that you went after him, he is still in eyesight of the two of you.
You know what? There's a bunch of people out there that mean us ill will. I'm not gonna let him just walk off and steam on his own.
Yeah.
Eldoris, come back here, please. I run after him.
He hears the shouting behind him. Can't really make the words, but he recognizes the voice and
Ugh. Armor's really annoying to run in.
Are you alright?
Ugh.
Did that thing hurt you?
it was pickpocket.
Not a very good one dressed like that.
Mm.
No, he's a very good one dressed like that because you're not gonna think that he has that much confidence in himself.
Whichever the case, he got off with very little, so I'm not worried about it.
All right, let's get back to the house. I need to eat and get to work.
Alright.
All right. So I'm not going to make you do another survival check. The three of you managed to make your way back to the Grove. As you come in, it has now probably been about an hour and a half since you left. Xavier, you're still hard at work at the desk. Is there anything that you want to do? Do you want to stop early or do anything?
Well, as soon as Sapala showed Xavier this place, he immediately started scribing. So I don't know how long it's been.
About 2 hours, probably.
About what time of day is it?
1 o'clock in the afternoon, let's say.
Turn your music down.
At this moment, I think he'll stop for now. Leave his work all on his desk, and
Okay.
we'll try
Hammer
to
time.
hammer time. We'll try to
I have the rights for that.
try to reconvene with the others, see if he can't find where the others went, and we'll grab a quick snack from the snack closet on the way back.
Okay.
What snack is it?
Snakes.
I don't know what Sapala, what's all in there?
This is important.
This is very important.
Very important.
Banana chips.
Banana chips.
Oh yes.
Have you not ever had banana chips?
They are
Banana
good.
I
chips
don't like
are
bananas.
amazing.
Banana chips are incredible.
Yeah.
Disgusting.
I don't like bananas. Da-da-da.
She doesn't. It's kind of upsetting. We still have fights
Same.
over it.
I like banana Laffy Taffy.
Doesn't taste like banana at
Me
all.
too.
Banana Laffy Taffy chips.
Ew.
A bit. I say he grabs a muffin.
Okay. Xavier, as you come out of the kitchen, you watch as Eldura's.
No, he's coming out of his magic shack. He has a snack closet.
Oh,
in
I
there.
see. I see.
Yeah, it's a snack closet.
As you head back in toward, what were you planning on doing, Xavier? Besides that, then
Well, he's
you can
kinda-
mark 2 hours off on your spell.
All right,
Transcribing.
Okay, marked. He honestly, he doesn't have anything planned. He just doesn't want to spend all his time in there because Sapala said she'll take it away.
You bet I will.
So I also
She has a timed lock on it that like kicks you out.
He's like,
It's like a
like a s-
internet thing.
it's like the sleep timer.
It
on
yeets him
TV.
out of there.
2 hour alarm.
Yeet.
Boosh! Get out. No, he doesn't really have a plan. He just getting back with the party.
Okay. And as you head back toward the mansion, you're just in time as Glaive, Eldorez, and Xavier, Vale, all looking slightly perturbed, I will say, are heading in toward the mansion.
Is everything okay?
imps, and then
Service people.
he keeps walking. Uldoris goes to his shadow.
Okay.
Is, there,
Eldorus
Alright,
walks
fair.
inside and immediately goes into the basement.
is everything okay with him?
He got pickpocketed by an imp. By what he said. But,
Got quite some shopping bags there. What'd you get?
well,
Expensive outfit. I need to do some modifications.
well, I'm going to come with you to do those modifications because I am making you. Ow.
Please don't
Sorry.
make me ow.
I love the pause. Snap. Ow.
It's like, what does it mean?
I don't know.
Am I
I,
being
I
dead or
snapped
not?
my finger, and all 3 joints in my middle finger just popped.
Ow.
Nice.
You alright?
Yeah,
he's
there's
still-
no
Nobody
pain
who did.
yet.
Still getting used to
Body
half.
food.
Still getting used to his new body.
Sorry.
He's like a
I'm
weird-
making
his-
you some weapons.
Ah,
I need you to roll up your knees and take off your boots. Roll up your pants to your knees and take off your boots.
I was gonna say, how do you roll up your knees?
ow, 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 ah!
Screams of agony echo
Again.
through the halls of the grove.
It's a torture
I
method
talked
in the
myself
sixth
out of a
ring of
nap.
the Ring of Hell.
I talked myself out of a nap, and that seems like a bad idea now.
I wish I'd taken a nap.
But,
Vara Anaron.
Um,
Alright, we'll find somewhere to work.
this is interesting. I'll let you guys do that. I think I'll go to the market.
Oh, no, you don't, Mr. Sparky
You
Pants.
don't want
You're
that.
coming with me.
Oh, what, you need me too?
Yeah, I need you. This'll take me 10 weeks to get done without help.
Are you enchanting something?
Oh yeah. I'm making something good for Vale.
Can I take an hour and do a quick look? That's
Visible concern.
do I have to join you right this
Why
second?
does it always sound sketch?
Oh, you can go ahead. I'm gonna take Vale and explain what I'm gonna be doing to her legs.
Okay, I guess I'll.
That sounded a lot creepier than it was supposed to. I apologize.
I've had a really weird day, okay?
I guess I'll be back in about an hour then. My Xavier walks off.
As much as I was intending to focus on Mackenzie for a moment, I really want to hear this conversation. So,
Go ahead.
Um,
You know what? Go ahead.
uh,
I kind of want to hear
Glaive,
too.
take it away.
Okay. Vale?
My only comfort is the knowledge that I can probably outrun him.
Not really, because I can just spam stun you.
I can spam
Anyways.
Stun fight.
What I'm going to do is give you the ability to keep your feet lit on fire forever and just deal out unholy amounts of damage.
Alright.
And since I can't make it into an actual swinging weapon that you will be more likely to use, I'm going to strap them to your feet and just make it work. Because I'm a stubborn ass and I'm going to make it work. Right?
Okay. So back to the lit on fire forever thing. Is that
You can turn that off.
Okay. Okay. It's similar to the item that Xavier made.
Yes and no. It's going to be stronger, and you're going to be able to shed light in a large area.
Okay.
I so far have a few pounds of, and pull the items out as I mention it. I have a few pounds of red dragon scales in actually pretty good quality. I'm surprised at that. And a couple of bricks of mithril.
Oh wow.
So they won't be heavy, and you'll be able to kick as you regularly would. You'll just be throwing fire with your kicks as well. The only thing I couldn't get right this moment was the Phoenix Ashes. And those are at the last stage anyways. They'll be in a week. And that's the part I am going to have to slather on your skin to make sure that you don't die a horrible flaming death.
That sounds important. We should definitely do that.
I need you to understand that that means that I am going to be touching your legs.
Okay.
I'm just making sure you're okay with that. And I just shoved the mithril back into the sack and tie it up.
Is there anything I can do to help?
I'm not okay with
I'm sorry.
I'm gonna get murdered by Sapala in my sleep. I didn't even do anything.
We always knew that's how
Well-
it would go.
It's not how I expected it, but I mean, if it's my time. It's my time.
Do you have any experience with crafting anything?
I have experienced leatherworking. Sure came up
Actually-
a whole lot during this campaign.
Actually, yes. Leatherworking is a good thing because then I can go from just making some things to cover your legs to actual functioning greaves. I won't even need the Phoenix Ashes, except I've already paid for them, so I'm getting them anyways.
This conversation has been very up and down.
Dude, there's other things I can do with it, okay? Believe me, we're gonna
Okay.
be good.
Okay.
So, yes, you're going to be making yourself a pair of boots, and I will take the pieces and molding a lattice work of mithril around them. Hopefully, Xavier will be able to infuse the essence of the dragon, and then Glaive starts rambling on in a very fast way.
So we're making boots then.
Yes,
Or okay.
I'll
What is-
call them Vale's Flaming Shit Kickers.
Okay. Um. Can we not just use the boots that I have?
I mean, if we fail, you're gonna need new boots anyways.
That's fair.
And I'm not gonna trust the craftsmanship of people that I don't even know. So whatever supplies you need, I got 200 gold left.
So
We can go out and get them. Actually, I could send a message to Xavier.
I can buy new boots. That's not an issue.
I just have a quick question, and maybe it can be answered in game as well. Does it take less time if two people are working on something?
Every time you have another person helping you work on it, you cut the time down by somewhere in these multiple paragraphs.
I really need to get
Multiple
Xanathar's guide.
Divide the time needed to create an item by the number of characters working on it. So if we have two,
people, will be
That's 5
weeks.
days.
And am I able to help with that? With
Hold
my
on.
limited magical ability?
days? No, weeks. It'll take 10 work weeks for me to make these boots on my own.
So 5 with Xavier, 2.5 with the 3 of you.
Well, I mean,
Am I even able to help?
if Eldoris wants
Yes.
to help as well.
Okay.
Anybody
If
with magic.
everybody
Might make them by the end of the.
No. You need an Arcana skill, a blacksmithing skill, and any other skills that can apply to creation of the item.
Mhm.
These are going to be flame tongue boots, essentially.
Huh.
Are these going to
So-
be attuned?
I have a card right here. Flame tongue requires attunement.
Okay. I'll have to make some adjustments.
Why is Kayla muted?
Why is Kayla muted?
I muted myself because I was eating cookies.
Oh, okay. You're sitting there talking, and I'm like, why is she muted?
I was hoping someone would just read my lips. I was saying that I might be able to help, but they're...
Well, I mean, she could probably do nature, infuse nature magic.
So is there a way to combine this with my Boots of Elven Kind, or am I just making boots from scratch?
That's going to be up to Cal, because if we decide to attach Flame Tongue to Elven Boots, that is going to make them crazy strong. Plus, I don't know if you can attach an existing enchantment to something else.
Well, there's
Yeah,
just-
I would say no. The process of trying to add the enchantment to the Elvenkind boots would probably destroy the stealthy magic in them, and would just apply the boots regularly.
Okay. There's the way it was described was wrapping something around an existing pair of boots. So, okay,
That's me being bad at explaining what I'm trying to say because I'm tired.
gotcha.
Apologies.
Steel-toed
Flame-
boots of Elven Kind.
Flame tongue boots.
Now, so in this conversation, are you going to be taking Vale's measurements and things like that, like you said?
If I'm allowed to.
Yeah.
All right.
Yes.
Get a
At this
step
point,
stool?
as
And I'll probably-
as you roll up Vale's left pant leg, nothing happens. As you roll up Vale's right pant leg, a monkey tail unfurls from within her trousers.
You
I
stupid
say
kid?
nothing. I say nothing, and I pretend it's not there.
What's the
Wise
name?
decision.
All the
And-
artwork.
I apologize because I know that I'm going to get this wrong somewhere along the lines, and I don't want to insult anybody or any tradition. What is the name of that monkey martial arts
Monkey King.
Monkey King? What is that? Was that his name?
I think
Yeah.
that was his name.
Yes.
The Monkey King.
That was the movie, at least.
Sun Wukong.
Sung Wukong. Thank you.
Kong. Thank
There
you.
you go.
That's what I was looking for.
Sung Wukong. Journey to the West.
gonna be
Inspiration
Vale.
behind Goku.
Remember when Artagan said I have a better idea?
Oh, I do.
Do you think Luna would add a tail?
I'm
Start calling her Kakarot.
You're not asking.
no, I'm not.
Okay. I'm going to get upstairs. I'm going to get this to work. Do you want individual toes?
My God, could you imagine if she only had one toe on each foot? That would be
Are you talking about those shoes that have like the toe sleeves?
Yes.
Hell no.
Okay.
What about Tabi boots though?
Maybe.
Oh, that has like the split between like the big. Okay.
The ninja shoes.
I'm going to take my material upstairs and do my best not to laugh until I'm confident I am out of earshot.
Oops.
What? Why?
She knows what she did.
Were you still gonna send a message to Xavier?
Yes, actually.
I mean-
Sending! Xavier, I'm getting help to make an item. Vale needs boot making leathers and other such items. End message.
He hurries up and finishes the last bite of the muffin he had.
The return message is just full of muffin.
Sure, is there a I'm not gonna do that. Sure, is there a specific amount you need, or I guess I'll just get you some. That's it.
I'll wing.
I'll wing it. I think that's part of the message too. Just the I wing it part at the end.
All right, Xavier. So, you enter the Tarn district as the afternoon starts to go on, and you too witness the carnies in the streets. Your eyes scanning more readily for impish-like creatures.
I do have Beak on my shoulder.
And Beak assisting as well.
He hasn't been out. He hasn't been out a lot.
Now, what were you shopping for?
I guess I'm just gonna browse possibly where people might be selling some magical items, because I have a few magical items that are kind of useless on this party now.
Sure.
As well
Make a
as
survival check.
possibly just looking for more spell scrolls to possibly scribe spells later. Make a what was that? Investigation. Survival. Ooh.
To look around for places to sell and buy magic items. Yes.
Okay, I guess I'll go along with that. First roll.
Is that not what you? Well, okay, your investigation, I suppose.
I was gonna like investigate, try to find. All right. First roll, my gemstone die. I'm getting rid of it.
For one.
Did you nat one?
That's a nat
was
one,
just-
but it is a 10 total.
I guess that
Okay.
sounded heavy.
So
can nail
as
it.
you are walking through the streets of the Tarn district, crossing through the
Oh no,
canals.
sorry. That's an 11. It looked like a 1. The print is really tiny. It's a 20 total.
Okay,
Sorry.
Xavier just
Same.
almost fell into the canal.
Kenzie rolled it. He can't roll less than 10.
Yeah, no, that's an 11. I just
doesn't know
looking at
how.
it quickly. I'm
All
sorry.
right.
Whew, I about threw this dice out.
As you cross one of the
Yeah,
canals,
mail it to me. Mail it to George.
you were specifically looking for magic items being sold on the street, correct?
I'll look on the street and I believe we visited a magic shop before. Maybe it was a tent last time we were in Singorn.
It was a tent.
It was a tent.
Not a difficult night.
It looks like the Tarn district is very, very fluid. Every day the shops are put up and pulled down and put up and pulled down. The nightlife in the Tarn district is where it's at. The markets seem to sell most in the evenings, and then during the daytime, just kind of restock, resupply, get things better prepared for the next evening. So as you walk around, there's not a lot that even seems overly open, and what is open is just utilitarian. That's an 11 plus 9, was it?
Yeah, total.
So 20, dirty 20. All right. Hold on one moment. Okay. Glancing around as you're going past one of the canals, there is a table, and at this table there is a number of rods, staves, wands, and magic orbs, focusing crystals, gilded daggers, heavy books, tomes, and scrolls. And behind the counter, there is a figure in all black robes with a black wrapping around his face, black around the head, and just the bridge of his nose and eyes are peering through. And what you do see through that gap is incredibly pale white skin with piercing purple eyes.
Sorry, I blanked out for a moment. Say that again.
White skin, purple eyes.
Sorry, it's the
Not yellow.
This is a person, like an elf. Sorry,
The stature-wise, they do seem to be approximately the build of an elf.
excuse me.
The
Oh God. Do you buy magical items here?
depends on the item.
Well, I have this, and I pull out the Parapet of Health.
Ah, a parapet of.
I don't know how to pronounce that word.
Hurry up.
Period. Thank you.
He extends a hand for you to pass over to him.
I will slowly put it on his palm.
His fingers curl around it, almost with a spider-like grace. Holds it up to the light, mutters a few things. Hold on one moment while I grab a form.
I heard you say Hierophant of Health, and I was very confused.
Hierophant Green. I'll stay over here with my JoJo's reference.
Good.
Star Platinum.
Okay, what rarity is the parapet of health? Whatever, Periat Thingadoodle of health.
I think it's just uncommon.
Okay.
So.
For this, I could offer you 400 gold pieces.
Yeah, uncommon. All right. Do you mind if I look around for a moment?
You may.
Is there anything that like catches my eye?
He passes the health thing back at you. Looking at the table, let me see here. You see what appears to be a shield, and on it you see a bullseye specifically painted onto the shield with elven runes that make up the rings of the bullseye. And in the very center, there is a gem, and then
Interesting.
let's see, a number of potions. Hard to kind of identify as you glance at them from a distance, though each are of different color and different style bottles.
I probably assume I see a couple that probably are like health potions.
Yep. You see a couple health potions. The sword on, or the curved dagger that was upon the table, you do kind of recognize has very ornate handle that has golden flames kind of built into the design of the pommel. Let's see, what else is there here?
Do I notice any wands?
You do notice some wands. There is 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8 wands.
Okay.
The first wand that you see has a thick cordage wrapped around it. It almost looks like carved into the very wood of the wand is a burlap style rope. The next one's just a kind of simple looking wand. Can't really tell. One wand very clearly has that same. It seems to be made by this gentleman at the table here, or at least the objects that he provides were made by the same crafter. The wand is very similar to the dagger in that it has the same golden trim and gilding of flames going up it. One has platinum lightning bolts etched into it. Are you going to ask about the wands, or what do you want to do?
Yes. This one, the one that's similar to the dagger. What can you tell me about this wand here?
That would be the wand of fireball. Can cast fireball.
Sorry. interesting.
We have many ones, and as if you are so inclined to the magical art.
They all seem very interesting. Does he have any like rings?
Mm-hmm. There's a number of rings on the table as well. Quite a good handful, more than there were of the wands. I'm not going to go into a lengthy discussion on the rings unless there's one, unless you want to ask about them.
No. I don't think there's really anything here that I require at this moment, but I will definitely.
If
take
you
your...
are you one of magic casting?
I am.
Perhaps this would interest you. And he picks up one of the rings on the table. It's a small, thin golden band with what appears to be a kind of opal in the top. This would be the ring of spell storing. It would allow you to hold extra spells within it, up to 5 levels.
Well, how much would you require of such an item?
For this item, 3,000 gold. And I would gladly take that parapet in your hands to add toward the price.
Oh, of course, of course. Okay. Roll20 is freaking out on me. Okay, stop freaking out on me. Sorry.
I'll take time.
What? Well, how about this? The Parapets of Health, plus this, and I take out a small pearl.
Mm-hmm.
This is a pearl of power.
Ah.
How about trade these two items, including these two items for the ring, and say about 1,500.
He pulls up the. He extends his hand for the pearl of power.
I place it in his hand.
He looks it over, holds it up to the air again. I will give you an extra 100 for the parapet. 500 even for the pearl itself, making your total purchasing power 1,000. And so you would be able to purchase the Ring of Spell Storing for 2,000 gold.
Make it 19, we have a deal.
Make a persuasion check.
Alright. Time to suck. That is a 21.
Drive a hard bargain. But you have a deal.
Alright. I'll take out the Parapet of Health as well and hand them both over. And then I will take the I'll hand him 190 platinum.
A pleasure. Come back anytime.
Will do. Alright, let me delete those things from my inventory.
Do you need me to tell you the information for a Ring of Spell Storing?
Oh, I have it pulled up.
And it is empty. There are no spells currently stored in it.
Okay. I'm gonna make sure I subtract my money real quick. right. I guess I will then look for. It was specifically just tool working materials and the such. The leather working tools and such.
That's what Glaive said.
Yes, I believe so.
Okay. Another investigation.
All right. Let's roll the rose gold. Not the rose gold, but rose quartz. God, that was a bad idea rolling that. That's even smaller print. That is a 22.
All right. Making your way through the streets, passing a lanky man who is pushing a strange box with a crank on the side through the streets, moving very slowly with almost the grace of a spider, as his legs too long for his torso, his arms too long. His face just kind of deadpan, staring forward as he pushes. On top of the box sits a small, impish creature, kind of sitting there with a parasol that is tattered and full of holes, feet dangling off the edge as he goes by you. The two of you make kind of an awkward eye contact for a moment as you continue on your way.
Okay.
Eventually, you make your way toward where more blacksmiths, woodworkers, leather workers, and other tradesmen are kind of in this district. What kind of tools were you looking for again?
I'm guessing some leather and then just some basic, like, shoe making tools.
Okay. As you make your way through, kind of skipping the specialty shops, specialty shops like the blacksmith, where they more focus on the weapons, you eventually find what appears to be more of a equipment shop for equipping the various blacksmiths and tanners and other tradesmen in the area. This is let me see here. Blow's hardware store.
Blow's hardware store. Seems like a reputable store. I'll walk in.
All right. And as you come inside, there's just wall-to-wall rows of hammers, anvils, carving knives. A small gnome in the back is working at an anvil himself and is apparently tooling a red-hot pair of fresh calipers in a forge. As you come in, he turns.
Welcome. What can I get for you today?
I'm just looking for some basic leather and some tools to make shoes.
Ah, leather tools, first aisle on the left. Cobblery will be along the wall on the back.
Well, thank you. And I'll go grab simple sets of everything.
Yeah, and as you come in, unfortunately, it's not. There is no just like package of the tools. You have to kind of individually grab one of everything as you're going by, and you make your way over to the counter with your arms full of tools for leatherworking, cobbling, shoe horns, and the various materials you have sitting there. And as you come up and set them all on the counter, he kind of looks down.
Oh boy, got quite a project plan, don't ya?
Not me. My friend sent me to get something he needs so he could get a head start on what he's doing, but he just needs stuff to make a pair of boots. I just grabbed one of everything. I didn't know exactly all he needs.
Fair. So that'll run you.
He looks at everything on the table there.
Oh,
Put a little discount.
And just
What?
a little bit of, and a good amount, a bit of leather as well.
Leather. Unfortunately, I don't carry leather here. You will want to head over to one of the leather shops in order to get that.
Okay.
Only make the tools here. Normally I'd give it for about 50 gold for everything. But since you're buying so much, let's drop that down to 40. Make it a good customer experience.
Sure. I'll hand him. It'll be a mixture, so it evens out in my pockets. 20 plat. No, not 20 platinum. That's 200.
Yeah, I'll take 20 platinum. Sure.
Sorry, no, that'd be 4 platinum. That's actually a little bit better. I was looking at the wrong things when I was thinking that, so I'll hand him the 4 platinum. I thank you.
Pleasure doing business with you.
And all of it goes in my haversack.
Hey, I gotta give you one of those.
They're quite useful. Well, thank you. And I'll walk out and find a leather shop.
As you walk over and head to the leather shop, the smell of freshly tanned leather permeates the air, and massive hides, some too big to have come from a bison or cow, stretch across the entire wall of the back of the store. And you come in. The shopkeeper, a young woman, probably in her early 20s, standing there as you come in. Oh, hello.
Hello. I'm looking for a bit of leather to make some shoes.
I think you found a bit of leather.
Please tell me that's the actual name of the store.
It is now. A bit of leather is the name of the store.
Yeah. Sorry. What does the person look like?
She's Elvin, young. Did you go with Elena last time she was at the Inara household?
I think I was there.
Okay.
Yes, I was.
She looks a lot like
when you met the sister, or because when we met the sister, it was just Vale and I.
I thought that was there.
okay. Regardless, she looks a lot like you, Lalila, in the fact that she's a very young elf. Her hair is just down to her shoulders, and an almost bob cut, wearing a leather apron with some tools kind of in it.
Well, I'm just looking for enough leather to make a good sized pair of boots.
All right, and specific type of leather that you're looking for. We have alligator leather, boa leather, cow, bison, goat, you name it. Giant frog.
I kind of want to do that. Oh yeah, Masuda, this is your brother. I'm sorry, that's in poor taste.
You do recall the giant frogs that the Hanyosai were riding.
I mean, Glaive didn't tell you what kind of material it had, what kind of animal it had to come from.
That is very true.
Would be a pretty appropriate reminder for Vale contact.
Hey, Vale, this could have been the person that you were supposed to talk to. Let's get to work.
I think I'll just I think I'll go with mostly bison, but throw in a little bit of that frog leather.
All right. We'll do making some shoes. You're not going to need too much, just a couple yards here and there. So for let's go with a yard of the bison. That will be 20 gold pieces, and then for the frog leather, looking for just a small section of that. I can trim it down to about half a yard, and that would itself be about 50 gold.
50 gold? Oh shit! No, that's just out of character. I like Xavier's still baffled, but is there any just taking a look around? Is there any like crafted pieces, or is it like because she's working on something?
Any crafted pieces of the frog leather?
Well, not a frog leather, just crafted items that possibly she or anybody here has made.
Yeah, glancing around, you do see that there's a number of scabbards and handbags, purses, what looks to be like the carrying pouches for working men to keep their tools in, wallets, a couple cell phone cases.
The sending stone cases.
Yeah, I mean, yeah, sending stone cases. I am utterly baffled right now that there is actually, by the way, frog leather.
I'm not surprised. I'll take a look around. It's like, did it look like she was working on anything?
Yes, she is. I'm not. I swear I'm not laughing at what you just said. I just found the fucking funniest thing ever.
Well, now you gotta share it.
I'm going to hold on. Just, I feel. Hold on. Go like that. Yes, she appears to be working on a pair of leather, a set of leather harnesses. There's like a bit of a what's the word, bridle in the center, or the bit for a horse to chomp on, attached to the leather that's strapped on the head. Make a perception check.
Oh yeah. Going back to garden. That's kind of a weird stylization of a 4. 10.
10. You're not really sure what exact creature would be used to reign with this type of bridle, but it's definitely too small to fit a horse.
Okay. Is most of this your handiwork, or?
Oh no, I'm just an apprentice here. My father owns the shop.
Well, from what I can see over there, you do a beautiful job.
Oh, she quickly throws that aside. Just some scrap.
Oh, much better than anything I can make with this stuff. You must be a master already.
No, I've only been trying for a couple months now.
Great word for only a couple months.
Well, she blushes a little. Thank you.
You said 35, correct?
Sorry,
I'm trying to persuade her.
Yeah, make a persuasion check.
Oh god.
At triple disadvantage.
Triple disadvantage. 14.
Well, it was 50 for the frog.
Or I think that player. I think that was just me misremembering. I think I still have the 40 number stuck in my head.
But I suppose a discounted price could be offered.
No, my player, my mind's blanking now.
40 for the lot.
Thank you. I definitely helps my pocket. I'll hand her. I'll hand her four platinum. Let me make sure I have all this correct. And I will definitely come back. Beautiful work you're doing here.
Oh, thank you.
I will right into the bag.
I need to get me one of those.
They're quite useful. Well, I will see you around.
Mackenzie, take a look at the picture I just shared at the chat.
Facebook or?
Facebook.
Oh God.
Yeah. Yeah.
Oh, it's actual frog leather. Oh my God.
Yep. Frog leather.
Oh my God, the frog wallet.
What
the hell? Alrighty then.
Frog coin purse.
I got a picture of Vale's new boots in the Discord.
Oh God.
Discord.
I will.
I'm joking, obviously.
I will walk out, and as I'm walking out, I turn around and give a quick wink, and then we'll leave.
All right, save your breaking hearts.
Trying to.
And now, where are we heading, Xavier?
nothing really else, so I'll just head home.
All right. Heading back to the mansion, and as the night is growing later, in real life, Elena,
Hello.
you arrive at the memory ward outside the iron gate to the Inara household.
All right. So I go up and I knock on the door.
Hold on, let me open my notes for the Inara household again.
I'm kind of nervous.
Freaking A. There it is, Inara family. Got it. All right. A couple moments pass. The door opens, and standing in front of you is a white-haired elven gentleman. And unlike most elves that you have seen, who usually take pride in having longer hair than most, this gentleman has white, stark white elven hair that is cropped down quite close to the head, almost in a similar style to what Percy had. In stature, he stands 6'5", and looks old. His skin is mocked with sunspots on it, and though he attempts to stand straight, you can see that his back is obviously hunched. His eyes are kind of dark and has the 1,000-yard stare of someone who has seen much but doesn't talk. And as the door opens, and even hunched, he towers over you in mere presence. Yes.
Can I speak to
Who are you?
I'm Elena Johanna von Musil-Kowalski Dorilla.
Derovo,
Yes.
friend of my son, then.
Yes, and that's who I would like to speak to if possible.
He stares at you almost silently, not. You can tell he's thinking, but there is absolutely no motion to him, and just beyond the point when it has gotten awkward and a little too long, he pushes the door open just a little bit more to allow you to enter the home.
Thank you, sir. And I walk
Lord
in.
Inara is how
thank-
you shall address me in my home.
Yes, Lord Inara.
My son is practicing in the music room.
And that is where?
He turns just without saying a word, his eyes kind of rolling, and begins to walk down the hallway.
I'm gonna follow him.
As you follow him, you pass a doorway that you can hear a violin being played at
Okay,
as
then I go. Then I just go. Whoop.
as he continues down the hallway. Entering the music room, there is sitting alone the golden-haired Alvaro Inara that you remember. His ears still crested with that silver and opal jewelry that he was wearing the last time. Now wearing a darker, more conservative outfit than the last time. Though still by all standards upper crust
Elegant.
of elegant. That's a good way to put it. The violin playing a very slow. I would equate it to like the Moonlight Sonata on violin, but of elvish origin. As you come in, he finishes and turns. Oh, Elena, hello.
Hello. So first off, I need to apologize for our last meeting. I was
Brash.
Yes. Sit
Arrogant.
against. Well, that's calling the kettle black, but okay.
Haughty.
That's calling the kettle black as well.
Did you come to apologize or insult me?
Both.
Oh, how like your brother.
Well, I mean, if you didn't love it, you wouldn't have put up with it for so long.
Hmm.
But speaking of my brother, and I pull out the opal. Was it opal?
Yes, yes it was.
The opal jewel. And the last time I saw him, he wanted me to give this to you.
Oh goodness, from his suit of armor, is it falling apart?
It's gone.
That cost me 500 platinum.
It saved his life, though.
Well, I shall have to have a stern talking to about him being on the front line, irregardless. Do I have the pleasure of...
He wasn't on the front line. The Grey Skull keeping him on was attacked by mind flayers, and we lost our aunt. So I don't think a stern talking to him is going to help.
Well, I'm terribly sorry to hear that. Are you all right?
I'm okay. It's hard for us to lose our aunt in the way that we did.
I can only imagine.
I know that you're being sincere, but your tone really doesn't read that way.
Darling, I'm sorry. This is just how I talk.
It's the Elven way. I know.
You're lucky Eulalia's not here, otherwise she'd rip you a new anus.
Yeah, I don't need that. um, I also came. I've become an ambassador to Seangorn, and I'm going to the council meeting tonight, and I need assistance in the clothing department.
He holds up a hand. Darling, say no more. Any chance to, on the one hand, help someone with severe lack of fashion, and to simultaneously piss off my sister, I am on board.
I have a wonderful sense of fashion. This is just practical, okay?
You have a terrible sense of fashion. You are wearing browns and greens together with an outfit that should have been thrown out and burned with yesterday's garbage.
It's been a long couple of weeks, okay?
When was the last time you bathed?
Actually, I'm not quite sure, and I don't want to know.
Right, well, I had been planning to write some poetry today, but it seems a makeover and bath is in my foreseeable future. So you and I shall go upstairs, and you are going to have that
Bathe?
washed and yourself washed in my sister's bathtub, and I shall pilfer through her closet and find something suitable for you and your complexion.
I just didn't know if I should go more human or more more elf, and so that's why I came.
Well, what form of ambassador are you? Are you representing Amon? Are you representing Whitestone?
No,
What?
ambassador. Wait, was it ambassador of Seangorn or ambassador to Seangorn?
Are you asking me?
Yes.
It was ambassador in Singorn
In
for half elf.
Okay, I'm an ambassador for in Seangorn for half elves.
Oh.
Yes.
Oh, delicious! Do tell my father. Do tell that directly to my father.
Yeah, you don't think he likes me already? Let's just leave it as a
Oh.
surprise, because then he'll be even more angry.
Oh yes. Oh yes. Once he comes to our wedding with a half blood, to find out that there's now an ambassador on the council as well, he will be chuffed to bits.
Is he already aware of your engagement too, my brother?
Nope.
Is he really racist against half elves? Because that's going to just destroy
My
him.
father is quite old.
I can
He
tell.
was at the original battle of the Umbra Hill, which
Oh.
he saw many things on that day, and has never quite liked half breeds of any sort. So don't take it personally. It has nothing to do with you being half elven, just
Half.
half in general. Do you know about the Battle of the Umbra Hill?
I do. Mhm. As wild as I appear, I am educated and trained
Oh,
in
good.
those sort of things. So,
Good to know. Well, then upstairs, and mind you, don't get too much mud on the staircase. Mother will have a fit.
not even trailing dirt in, but okay. All right.
All right. So he takes you upstairs, shows you to his sister's room, in which
Of
you are able
course.
to bathe, and he begins to dig through her incredible boudoir of clothing. And that, as Elena goes through her Princess Diaries episode,
You look like a moose. Look like a moose. But a
is
sexy
where we shall end tonight's episode.
Oh,
Hey guys, we had a shopping episode.
Shopping.
yeah, we did.
Yay.
And a makeover montage.
Makeover montage.
I slept.
Yeah, you did.
I'm sorry, Sapal.
It's okay.
Living the dream.
All right,
Living
well,
the dream.
thank you everyone for joining us. This
Well,
shorter episode.
role playing the dream.
So next week will be council meeting.
Oh boy.
Bright
Right.
side, next week, Sapali gets to wake up to Buff Glaive hammering away at some metal.
Oh boy.
Have a good night, everybody.
Good night.
You need to